boys, I'm the monster boy, I'm the monster boy. Feeding me rappers, feeding beats, and I'm gonna eat, and I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna eat you alive.
You find this?
I got Italian problems, Meek, and I'm hearing that you got connects to them. Sound like to me he owe you, and you owe me. That you messed with Rel on purpose that night.
Told you I don't want to do that type of work no more.
I should just accept that you ain't down no more.
Grab that bag.
This might be just what you need.
What's going on, YouTube? We back on the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Non's YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we back with another review. And we got Power Book 3, Season 2, Episode 6. It's a businessman review. Oh man. We hop into this one pretty much with Rock, letting her crew know about the New Jersey as far as the Italians, and letting her know she's gonna stand her ground and letting her know what to do, and basically putting up a whole forefront just to let them know what moves they're going to be making moving forward because of the situation that just happened with her and Kanan in the woods when the Italians attacked them or whatever. So she letting everybody know, like, hey, you better stand 10 toes down. Don't be goddamn bagging down. She's letting everybody know, like, I'm the HBINC, nigga, head bitch in charge. I'm not worrying about nothing. I ain't worrying about nobody, and ain't nobody moving me. And that's pretty much Rock's whole thing, man. Besides that, though, it's really the conversations, like I said, with her and her brothers. Them pretty much trying to let her know about the whole situation as far as New Jersey, but it's really Rel. Rel is pretty much putting on game that, Unique got some connections with the Italians. So Rock ain't stupid. Her whole mind frame is like, what makes you come up with this? So you and Unique still been hanging out, even though you supposed to be working for me. Rel letting her know, like, I'm loyal. I'm down with you. But I ran with the nigga for a long time. So yeah, me and this nigga in and out, we have convos, we here and there, whatever. But like I said, Rock is paranoid. She ain't dumb. So she definitely keeping that third eye open, trying to see who is trying to do what, especially when it comes to Unique and Rel. Other than that, Howard's partner, man, she is on a mission to find out what the hell really happened with Howard and what he got going on up under his sleeve, especially with the fact that she done found out that he has a son now. So it's a lot going on with her. But speaking of Howard, the whole thing with him sitting at the diner was like, was he waiting on his partner with her? Was he waiting on old girl? And I keep forgetting her name. I don't know why her name don't be clicking to me, man. But she's definitely on some type of full-on investigation, trying to find out deep into Howard and what really happened with him getting shot, and if he really remember or don't remember what happened with him getting shot. So she not playing. She trying to see what's up as far as Howard go. But other than that, man, Unique. We pretty much got Rock and everybody pretty much meeting up with Unique, and she pretty much needing him to pretty much make that invitation back to the Italians to try to set a meet to pretty much dot things down so she can do what she trying to do in New York, Jersey, or whatever. But of course, Unique got something up his sleeve, and I've been saying this, and I said this when we first started doing the reviews, man. Unique was going to have some type of connections with the Italians after he did that whole thing and in jail when he was locked up, and he helped one of them out. And I said, oh, that's going to come back into play later on, especially when these whole Italians got introduced or whatever. And I'm saying this going to be a connection with Unique. But yeah, man, we pretty much got Rock coming in Unique, pretty much asking for his help to go holler at these Italians. Of course, you see what happened with Rel when he got snatched up with the school bus, and his look on his face and the fact that him and Unique been having conversations. This definitely been something that's been planned out. And like I said, Rock not stupid. But at this point, it's like, what do she do with everything that's going on and her trying to move forward with her business? How does she keep moving forward? And she got to deal with everything that's going on as far as these Italians. Besides that, though, we got my man Marvin doing what he doing as far as his anger management. Marvin is always entertaining when he doing what he doing as far as showing his anger management classes, but he kind of trying to come out his shell a little bit, and he's starting to express himself more, especially after him and the anger management teacher had their conversation in the restaurant. So it seems like he opening up a lot more. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go moving forward, but it's really my girl Jukebox and Kenya, man. Her and her mama having a relationship and building a relationship, and seeing my girl Jukebox out here trying on dresses and everything. it's gonna be interesting seeing how this go moving forward as far as this relationship, especially when Marvin finally is able to have this communication with Kenya, being that she's been brought back into the picture. But it's really what's this backstory as far as Kenya leaving. That's what everybody trying to figure out, and that's what we want to know. What is Kenya's backstory and why did she have to leave? So that's what we trying to see. Besides that though, we gotta jump back over here to the Italians, man. My boy Unique shows up with the Italians, and I wasn't expecting this. I didn't know if he was going to supposed to be meeting up with Rock first, but he ends up popping up with the Italians, and this comes out and it's revealed that he did help the old buddy out in jail, and that's how this whole connection came about. So yeah, that's pretty much how they got going on, but it's the arrangement they're trying to come up with. Their Italians pretty much agreeing to not only knock some of the points off as far as the cost of doing business in New York, which he pretty much is his territory, but it's really the position they trying to put Unique in. The whole deal won't go about unless Unique is running the whole thing with New Jersey. As far as under Rock, but still he's going to be behind everything that's coming out of New Jersey. You know, Rock already had a guy set up or whatever, but now the Italians want Unique coming out because they feel like that's the only person they can trust to understand what's going through New York, being that that's their territory. So you already said this is a plan. This is Roel, this is Unique, but it's really Unique. And the whole thing with Rock is she pretty much figures this out. She know Roel and Unique are pretty much been scheming and doing what they doing, but it's really Unique. Like I said, I'm not too sure on Burrell, man. I ain't too sure on him. I'm not sure if he's got some little scheme going on with Unique, but I think maybe, just maybe. But he seemed like he might be actually down for Rock. We don't know, but Rock don't care, and she ain't really believing nobody. She gonna keep that third eye open on everybody. But it's just getting this whole thing settled down with her and the Italians and stopping this whole war. My boy Kanan. Once again, Rock trying to put him on game, and she's trying to have him out here actually doing some things. So he's pretty much got this whole thing he's supposed to be doing as far as moving a certain product to another destination. But he ends up running into some trials and tribulations because this guy out here running around named Freddie, who knows Rock and knows Kanan, my bad, y'all. He knows who Kanan them is, but he just don't care. He basically out here trying to goddamn make a name for himself, I guess. Shit ends up backfiring later on, of course, but it's his whole thing with Kanan. Pretty much seems like this is about to be him coming into his own. The fact that he is trying to, I don't feel like he even trying to prove himself no more. Now it's about him making sure his name rings out, and the fact that he's working with The Rock and his family name is already out here. So being that this just happened and pretty much they done lifted product off him, it's like, nah, you got to get that get back now because everybody's watching and everybody hear about this. It ain't the fact that it only comes back on him, but it comes back on Rock, and people feeling like they can be able to come and take anything they want from him, and then that's a whole different dynamic that comes into play with everything they got going on. So now you got Kanan and Famous pretty much saying they going to get back what was just stole from them as far as this guy named Freddie. But other than that, my boy Cardio Fareed, I think his name Cartier or something like that. Man, he give a whole different meaning to Will Smith slap. But it's really him making sure his presence is known, especially in front of Rock. Because Rock is trying to get some more information. You know, my boy Cartier is out here doing this whole money laundering thing as far as him still being out in the streets and still doing what he's doing, but having legitimate money because of the way he having his money being flowed through, coming in dirty and being turned clean through the businesses that he got going, this whole painting business or whatever. But it's the way he stands up full front, and as far as the way he runs his shit, he don't play no games. It's one dude pretty much comes in there trying to make some delivery or something. I guess he didn't sit in the right spot, and Cartier Fareed straight up Will Smith bitch slapped his ass, like straight up slapped the shit out of him while Rock standing like there. And I feel like he kind of did that to let Rock know what he was trying to do as far as just that whole presence and letting her know who he is and the way he runs his things. But it's more so than anything, Rock also taking in the heat and the notes she's taking because of everything that's going on around her. For hence Lulu and the way he's doing things, it seems like he ain't all the way in, and the way she's trying to move. So it was definitely an intimidation move, especially coming from Cartier Fareed and the way he been moving and talking. But it was the way he slapped my man and made pretty much him feel belittled that stuff, took away his manhood. But yeah, man, it's going to be interesting to see these two moving forward. And if Cartier Reed is really all it seemed like I ain't gonna say he is trying to get into Rock's business, but he trying to bring her in the forefront. Is he trying to maybe dabble into what she got going on too? And I ain't saying he's trying to take over what she got going on, but it's going to be interesting to see what's his full motivation behind get behind Rock. But besides that, Lulu new girl, I can't forget her name either. But Lulu new girl, she coming in pretty much look like she's trying to feel out Lulu. Maybe she's feeling Lulu, I don't know, or maybe she's just trying to keep things going, because the whole thing with Lulu taking Jukebox song and giving it to her, it seemed like she's somebody who pretty much likes to make sure she has her own material. With all that being said, I don't know this whole thing with her and Lulu. Is she really feeling Lulu, or is she just trying to keep him under her thumbnail as far as the production and everything that's going on? Because there's certain thing that happens at the end, and I'm wondering how are they going to be moving forward. Or maybe, like I said, she just really feeling Lulu. We're going to have to see, man. But Kanan, Famous, they pretty much trying to find, I guess, some weapons to go get this money and shit back, and this product back that they was just stole from them. But they at Famous house pretty much not finding nothing but forks and knives. But it's really when they go holler at Famous neighbor. Of course, old girl and her mama. But it's really old girl's mama. I don't know what's going to be the connection between her and Kanan. But is this going to be like Kanan's first real interaction with a woman, a girlfriend, or having a real actual girlfriend or whatever? Oh, I forgot. Didn't him and old girl, I forgot last year. I think him and old girl did do something, if I'm not mistaken. But it seems like, being that this is an older woman, I'm very curious on what's her interest in Kanan. Maybe she just really like him. I don't know. But it's really going to be interesting moving forward to see what's her whole thing with Kanan, and what's her whole obsession with Kanan, and why she likes him so much or whatever, and she willing to do the things she willing to do for him. For instance, she the ones who ends up giving him a gun as far as Famous neighbor, the mother, as far as giving it to Kanan, because she pretty much knows what they trying to go do or whatever, without giving off any indications or really coming out saying anything. So I'm very curious about what's up with Famous neighbor as far as this mother and her whole fascination with Kanan. With all that being said, my boy Kanan and Famous, they do end up going to find and Freddie them. And Kanan lets it be known, but he ain't playing no more games. He don't hesitate. He don't just take the money. Kanan straight up goes in on him. I'm talking about pistol whipping old buddy. And I mean beating him. Damn near, I ain't gonna say beating him to death, but beating him unconscious. And your boy Famous just sitting there in shock and in awe, because once again, Famous is not that guy. Famous is just a rapper. But it's Kanan. Like I said, it ain't really seeming like he trying to prove himself. It's him and everything that's going on with Rock, the way she been lying to him, and the fact that he trying to find out this whole relationship with him and Howard, and the fact that he just found out that this possibly is his real father. I think that's a lot that's going into the way he's acting and reacting to every situation. And now it's almost like this build up with him, because in that first season you see like he was kind of hesitant to certain things, but right now in the way he positioning himself, nah. He seemed like he getting to that point. I ain't saying to full-on monster, full-on blood serial killer, not really serial killer, but full-on killer Kanan. But he just seems like he's getting more aggressive in his actions and his attitude, especially with everybody seeming like they lying around him. More importantly, his moms, as far as Rock. But after that situation, man, Famous ends up getting arrested after they end up running out the building. And not only is he getting arrested, but the cops end up taking a bag that Kanan just got back off of Freddie them or whatever. So, besides that situation, it's Rock pretty much telling Marvin what's going on with Jukebox and Kenya, because, you know, Marvin, he's still trying to see what he can get as far as building his relationship back with Jukebox. But we keep forgetting, not only the fact that he destroyed, like, the only tape that she had with her and Nicole, but he put his hands on her and all of that. So, I don't know if he's going to be able to get that bond back with her, but it's the interesting conversation between Rock and Marvin, and you can see once she even mentions Kenya, how much Marvin starts to just flare up, and you can see the emotion that starts to come out of his face. So once again, I still feel like Rock had something to do with Kenya leaving, but I don't think Marvin or Jukebox are fully aware of what she did, but I definitely think it's something there. My boy Kanan, man, he trying to get his boy Famous out, but Rock is stone cold-blooded. She like, nigga, this ain't family. No, I'm not going to get him out. I'm like, dang, I was thinking maybe they were going to do something, maybe, just maybe, but no. Rock is like, nah, Famous got to stay in there. She is not trying to get him out, so They pretty much having this little family dinner or whatever. And once again, you know, Marvin is trying to find some type of bond with Jukebox, being the Jukebox there in the dress and everything. And now that he know that she's been pretty much communicating with her mama, he's definitely trying to see what's going on. But it's really the conversation with Lulu and Rock. Pretty much, Rock feeling like maybe Lulu needs to go. This ain't you no more. You ain't in this all the way no more. And you can see the Lulu's expression, and even going towards the end of this episode, how that kind of had to build up on him and everything he's been going through. Especially with the fact that, you know, his girl just left and his girl was smashing Crown, but he tried to do the whole music thing, and then the whole thing with Jukebox and him giving the song to old girl. So it's a lot Lulu got going on too. But like I said, my girl Rock pretty much trying to put that in his head, especially after she just seen what Crown is doing and the way he handling his stuff. She's like, I gotta put some force behind y'all niggas if y'all gonna be running with me, and make sure y'all all the way in, especially my brothers. So you kind of see her planting that seed in Lulu's head, and kind of where it goes moving forward, especially towards the end of the episode. But like I said, with this little family meeting, besides that, Marvin, he ends up somewhat confronting Kenya and basically trying to say, how are you coming back into the picture after all these years and everything I've been doing as a father after you left and did what you did? Right here, I was waiting. I was just like, is Kenya gonna come out and say it's more to it than you know, as far as Rock maybe having something to do with it, but she don't. And once again, we got to understand who Rock is. Just because Kenya not saying anything right now don't mean Kenya don't have some type of fear of Rock, and that's why she's not fully coming out and saying why she had to leave. But I still think it's something to do with Rock. But this conversation between Kenya and Marvin, man, you could just see the emotion once again in Marvin's face, and he is hurting, same as Jukebox. But it's really more so, I think he hurts more than Jukebox was even hurting, because he almost looked like he about to cry, and he pretty much telling Kenya like, you need to stay gone, don't come around now, you need to stay gone. But once again, that's going to have a wearing effect on him and Jukebox relationship, and the fact that Jukebox is trying to build this relationship with Kenya. You try to force Kenya out, you going to separate the relationship between Marvin and Jukebox even more. So that's going to be interesting to see how this go, and I still want to find out that backstory at least with Kenya, and really why did she have to leave. Moving forward, man, we pretty much have Rock setting up everything in Newark, Jersey with Unique. And she pretty much having to explain to her main guys, who pretty much has been kind of running things since she started up, that Unique is pretty much going to be in charge, and he's going to have to be an underboss to Unique. And he ain't trying to hear that as far as Rock's people. And they pretty much saying, fuck everybody, they out. So Unique's plan is pretty much going in for fruition, because you can see it, man. He has had this moving, and even him and Rock kind of had that conversation when they on the pier talking to the Italians, and pretty much letting them know, like, yeah, I'm still trying to come after you. I'm still trying to do what I'm trying to do. But Rock already knows this, man, and it's going to be interesting to see how she tries to play this out, especially with her trying to keep everything at a standstill with the Italians, and the Italians having this relationship with Unique. So Unique does pretty much kind of set himself up to be like almost untouchable, because if you mess with Unique, and now you got a whole static going on with the Italians again. So it's going to be interesting to see how Rock try to maneuver with all of this. But Howard, Kanan, last resort, he pretty much got his family to go help him, so he go to his person that he feel like is his newest family member that he just found out might be his father, and he go to Howard to get famous at, I'm about to say fabulous. But yeah, man, you can kind of see how they are kind of building that little bond too, as far as Kanan and Howard. But it's a conversation between Howard and Kanan. Pretty much Howard supposed to have met up with Kanan or something, but you see everything he had going on, and it's almost like that stern father talking. Nigga, when I tell you to meet up with me, you better beat her. And Kanan even like, yeah, man, my bad. So once again, I already know Rock gonna come into play, and she not gonna let this shit play out. It's not gonna go that way, and we might be getting, Streets might be getting a bunch of bodies, because they already been getting a couple bodies this season, and we ain't even got to the halfway point, really, to me, honestly, being that we at episode 6 and we already gonna got some bodies. Speaking of bodies, after the whole thing with Howard pretty much getting famous out of him and Kanan having a conversation, speaking of that though, the whole thing with Howard's partner, she in the background spying and shit. She still just out of nowhere, coincidentally, she pops up at the job and she sees Howard talking to Kanan. I'm not sure if she's putting two and two together and saying, okay, is this his son or whatever? But yeah, Howard's partner is definitely still on the prowl. But like I said, speaking of bodies, my boy Lulu is fed up. He is on his Popeye time. He is on his Incredible Hulk. He is tired. He is mad. He is angry. And he gonna take everything out on my boy Crown. Crown, man. Crown. Yeah, the boy been going behind his back. You already know he went and talked to Rock as far as his mama, trying to do the whole situation with that, and trying to get Lulu up out the studio so he can pretty much keep everything moving forward and running that business. Not only that, the whole thing with what he's been doing with Lulu Girl, smashing her, then sending her off to Hollywood to do her thing or whatever. It's a lot that's been built up as far as the frustration between Lulu and Crown, but it's at a standstill now, especially when that last thing happened with Lulu and having the whole meeting and pretty much trying to make, Crown having that meeting and making Lulu seem like just a stupid nigga with money. But Lulu's done, and he pretty much hit that haymaker on Crown, knocking his ass through the damn table, but Lulu wasn't done. Lulu was not done. Lulu was on full-on demon time, and he pretty much got a damn wire cord or something and starts choking Crown ass out. Like, it's done. Like, at first I'm like, okay, my boy Crown, like, he fighting, like, he might try to hold it down. Are we going to do a switcheroo? Is Crown going to turn around and end up killing Lulu? If they would have did that, I would have been, oh, man, wait a minute. But they didn't do that. Lulu was on Michael Myers time, and if you can see the image up here, you see him standing in that door like Jason Voorhees, and Crown turning around like, oh. But yeah, Lulu was on full-on Michael Myers, and Crown is done. Crown is gone. Streets needed another body, and Crown was that body. So it's done. Shout out to Quincy, man. He was doing a good role, man. And like I said, say what you want to say about Crown, but he was making some valid points, especially when it came to certain parts of the music business part. And Lulu wasn't knowing certain things, but Lulu wasn't trying to hear none of that. And this was his breaking point, and he took my man Crown out. Lulu said, Rock, you think I ain't all the way in this still? You think I ain't about that still? Oh, I'm going to show you. He damn sure did, but my girl Zay, Lulu, the new girl Lulu brung in, she happens to walk in and see this, but she ain't in shock. She pretty much like, so now what we gonna do with it? Like, baby, what we gonna do with the body? Maybe this is Lulu girl now. Maybe she really, really wants Lulu and down for Lulu, but maybe she can also hold this over Lulu's head at some point, unless Lulu ends up choking her ass out too. I don't know. But I was not expecting this. I didn't know my man Lulu was going to be on full-on demon time in this episode, but Crown is gone. Crown is out of here, man. So that's pretty much my boy Scrappy, Crown. Damn, Streets needed a body fast this season. They done caught a couple, man. But that's pretty much how this goes off. My man Lulu coming in on demon time, letting everybody know I'm still that nigga. I'm still with it. But y'all let me know in the comment section, man. How did y'all feel about this recent episode? Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, episode 6. It's a business, man. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Let me know how y'all feel about Rock and everything she's going to have moving forward. Being that Unique is back in that position. Not only that, she pretty much having to pretty much not do anything. Being that Unique is connected with Italians. And what y'all think Unique real plan is. What do y'all think Unique is really up to? And do y'all think Rorel is really messing with Unique like that? Let me know in the comment section, man. Let me know how y'all think this thing gonna play out with Marvin, Jukebox, and Kenya too. But it's a lot going on. It's a lot. But y'all let me know in the comment section. Other than that, make sure y'all hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. This is the road to 1,000 subscribers. Shout out to everybody who's been subscribing to the channel. We have hit 900. I appreciate everybody. Uncut Ish Talk. We will be live tonight at 8 p.m. Make sure y'all come through and check us out. Other than that, we out.
Now you're gonna have to go through hell. Worse than any nightmare that you ever dreamed. But in the end, I know you'll be the one standing.